Jennifer Lopez had a cricket that was running up her while she was doing a live performance, and that shit was just funny as hell to me because she was super professional about it. Then we got the Tory Lanez and Megan Stallion situation coming up. We'll talk a little bit on that. I think I might get a little heat pushback on that topic, but hey, we'll see what happens. Yes, sir. Gotta take care of our folks. You said Mark Dow put a prediction videos up. You're talking about, I guess, for BML. But anyway, I'm gonna get ready to go ahead and start. So your girl Tyla. As we know, Tyla, I ain't gonna lie to y'all, I don't know a whole lot about it. I know she's from South Africa. She a mixed race South African. I think she said she's Irish. What else she said she was? I know Irish is up in there. Obviously, she's South African and a couple of others. So basically, she's been catching heat because she said something about being colored or something like that. And from my understanding, it seems like it's only women really upset about it. But y'all can let me, if anybody else know a little bit more information about that situation, you can definitely let me know. But from what I can see, it seems like it's more so women that's upset about her comments about being colored. And this come from a Breakfast Club interview. Now, before I give my 100% tape on it, if I got anybody that can educate me on something else that she may have done wrong, feel free to do so. Because I was actually digging through the web trying to find, you know what I'm saying, something. Also, real quick, is my audio fine here, y'all? I know sometimes when I play the music, my voice doesn't be clear over the music, so I want to make sure that the music isn't overpowering my voice. You said you think support reported you? What you mean? Okay, it's good. Great. Appreciate it. So, but yeah, you said how you get them is how you lose them with Alicia Keys and Swizz Beatz. I'm gonna pull up the interview real quick, at least some of it, because I know Just Hilarious was talking about. Actually, apparently, I think the interview was last year, but this is just my first time hearing them. Probably because I don't pay close attention to these celebrities and what the hell they've been going on. But since I'm starting a new segment, you know, I'm trying to get a little bit more.
So Tyla addresses her colored identity. Yesterday we had an interview.
So this is Just Hilarious reporting on it of whatever happened between that situation.
With South African superstar Tyla. During the interview, Charlamagne asked a question that her team didn't allow her to answer. We have the audio from that.
School me on these debates that they be having about your identity as a South African colored person. What does that even mean?
Can we not? Por favor.
Oh, I like that. We keeping that in the interview too. I like when they talk from the back and say we can't. I like that. That's good. That's even better.
Yeah. Wow, that clip started to go viral shortly after we aired the interview. Tyla eventually decided to clear the air and share the...
And here's the thing also. If you ask me, it kind of seemed like they even baited her a little bit like that. Like, I get it that her team was in the back and they was, you know, saying her PR team was trying to, you know, tell her what to do and stuff like that. But it looked like to me the girl was, scared and shit. And she really didn't want to say nothing. That's why she looked back to see what should she say. Because she, even though she is, when she comes here, she's a black person, but she's a foreigner. She doesn't really know probably all of the things that's going on here. Because I know she hasn't been popular too long. I think that Water song came out, 2023? So she's been, at that time, she's only been probably in the States maybe 1 to 2 years. She hasn't been here that long. And from the research that I've been doing, it'd be good if somebody is from African descent that knows a lot about this in the chat. But from what I could see, they said saying that you color is normal where she comes from. And then, of course, here in the States, we say, black. So it kind of seemed like to me there was a misunderstanding, but these folks blew it out of proportion. All right, we got a super chat. I appreciate that, DeMarcus. It says, I can't leave comments under your page now. I'm only doing live. Report 2026, just like you boy blocking. It's not cool. Okay, I'm gonna go and check it on my end as soon as I get off this live, DeMarcus. And if it is a block on there, I'm gonna undo it, and then I'm gonna definitely have to get on him about it. But I'll check that for you. Appreciate the super chat and let me know. But yeah, so yeah, like I was saying though, as far as this Tyla situation, it kind of seemed like to me that is more so of a misunderstanding than it is her was trying to be disrespectful. Now, but I would love if somebody could educate me on something that she did that maybe I'm just misinformed, because I don't want to be wrong. But at the same time, it seemed like to me that I didn't really see too much wrong with what she said. Anyway, let's continue with this Breakfast Club.
Post to our Instagram story, and she said, yo guys, never denied my blackness. I don't know where that came from. I'm mixed with black, Zulu, Irish, Mauritian, Indian, and colored. In South Africa, I would be classified as a colored woman. In other places, I would be classified as a black woman. Race is classified differently in different parts of the world. I do agree with that. She also said, I don't expect to be identified as colored outside of South Africa by anyone. Not comfortable doing so because I understand the weight of that word outside of South Africa. But to close this conversation, I'm both colored in South Africa and a black woman.
Yeah, people were upset with, the questioning and the fact that she didn't answer. But like I tell everybody, the questions that we ask are from things that are out there. She did an interview a couple of years ago and people were asking about it. So, of course, when she came up here, we had to ask her about it. Now, I don't understand why she didn't answer that in the interview. Mm-hmm. That was confusing. Like, why just not say that?
And you're doing press, you understand what I'm saying? So, like, her label or manager or whoever, just got to get her training, because it's different ways to pivot from what you don't want to answer.
Correct.
Instead of just looking at somebody or having somebody come from, because remember when Charlamagne did Donkey of the Day for the dude on CNN, like, yo, like you had somebody wave you down in an interview.
Right.
To be like, yo, no, we ain't talking about that.
But it's press, like you said. Yeah, but it's press, like you said. You're
a superstar.
Yes, you know what they're going to ask you. You know they're going to ask you some questions about your album, but you know they're going to ask you about the BS too, and you got to be able to answer those questions as well.
Yeah, so to come with like a whole list like of 9 or 10 things that we can't talk about when that's really all like a lot of majority of people were like really no.
Exactly.
That was a little crazy, but so that I would have preferred that she said that, but just a little media training, get her right, she be all right.
Okay, so that was what the Breakfast Club had to say about what she said while she was on, the Breakfast Club. And of course, Tyla, like all celebrities, tried to clear the air about the situation on what she actually meant. That she, wasn't trying to deny being a black person, but more so, it was a misunderstanding. Now I'm gonna say this: one thing I do know about a lot of Africans, they don't claim to be black. And to be honest with you, I kind of understand why they wouldn't. I'm gonna tell you why. Think about this: we're the only ignorant group that claims to be stuff. That's a color. It's not an ethnicity. Like, we call them white people, but I mean, they claim themselves as American or Caucasian, not just a color. You know what I'm saying? And then if they black people, they come from a Caribbean. If they're from Barbados, they're gonna call themselves Beijing. If they're Jamaican, if they come from Jamaica, they're gonna call themselves Jamaican. They only become black when they come over here because that's how others are gonna look at them as. But that's not what their culture is. You feel me? So that's what I think that is. Me personally, like I said, unless someone brings some more knowledge to me that I am unaware of, I think this was definitely blown out of proportion. What's up, Golson? Good morning, my boy. Appreciate you stopping through. But yeah, I think they kind of did a little too much with this. And I'm going to also put this little 2 cents up there. Apparently, it seems as if Tyla is an independent artist, right? With her being an independent artist, one thing I do know is that these big time labels are going to want her to sign. And if she hasn't signed, I wouldn't put it past them to do some shady stuff to start some drama under her name to try to force her to sign with them. So what we need to pay attention to is pay attention to see will she later on sign with somebody. If she signed with somebody within these next 6 months, maybe even a year, you know what happened. Remember, I said it first. She signs with a big label. That's what it was. They were baiting her, making her sales plummet, because apparently they said that her new album or whatever that she is coming out with only sold 3,000 copies. Like, that's crazy. For her to go from her first one, where she sold nearly 1 million or something like that, to 3,000, that's pretty sad. Like, she really, really flopped. But one lesson that she is learning, that I think us as other black individuals, we already know this, especially black men. You cannot go against the black women in this country. That's what I'm going to say. That's a lesson that we all know it, glad niggas. Do not go against the black woman in this country, because they have the power to take you down. Promise you. A lot of us know, a lot of us already know that. That's why when a lot of topics are going on, we can know they did wrong. Some of the times we'll bite our tongue. Who knows? They might come for your boy later on after this because of what I'm saying. Some of the stuff that I might be saying on this show right here. But hey, I'm going to say what I got to say. What's good, We the People TV? We the People. I'm trying to remember, have I seen you before? Mark, you said race baiting is the biggest business. Facts, DeMarcus. That is 100% nothing but fact. They do it to us all the time. And the saddest part is we keep falling for it. We gotta stop falling for this stuff, bro. When they be baiting us, trying to get us to go against each other or go against one of our black scholars or something like that, or somebody that might be actually trying to stick up for us, we got to stop falling for the okey doke. Now, I'm not saying that's the case with Tyla here. I don't really know her enough to say what she truly represents, what she feels, or something like that. But I do know a lot of the Africans do be trying to looking at themselves. You know what I'm saying? That's better than. That I can say. But I don't know if that's the case with that. Anyways, though, good luck to you, Tyla. You know, hopefully you can recover and not have to, you know, sell your soul over to some label that you really don't want to be a part of. I'm rooting for you. Because like I said, in my book, I haven't seen nothing wrong.